Hello people, today I have with us the Option Parts Set 11 Large Cannon and Arm Unit from 30-Minute Missions. As you see here, the arms on my Alto have grown substantially compared to the original. Here he is. Quite a lot longer, quite a lot thicker. I really do like how this adds to the unit. Probably with the little purple and gray would look a little bit better, but in just white it looks like it's going to be compatible with a lot of different units, so I will take that. Let's go ahead and take a look at what this thing can do. These came with a pair of hands as well as the holding hands. You have a pair of open hands, and these are quite detailed, so if you wanted to go crazy with the detailing in a paint job, I think you could have a lot of fun with these. They are really, really cool. They do work very well with the joint set included in this one, but they do include also a C-clip. So if you wanted to put them on your piece, it'll actually take the place of a lot of different parts. See what I can come up with that later. Maybe you'll see a video in the future. As far as articulation goes, there is quite a lot. You do add from the stock Alto another set of articulation in the arm here, so you have 2 points now, which gets you a really, really nice all the way up to the top bend at the elbow. If you want to move that armor set out of the way, you can go all the way up there, but obviously with the hand you're not going to be doing that. Quite a nice little articulation set there. Obviously this is a ball joint, but there is a wrist connector at that C clip, and that moves just like so. So you get that rolling wrist just like you do in real life. These can rotate. I'm not exactly sold on these. It doesn't look bad without it, but it does have that big 3mm peg on there. This also rotates, but it is stopped by those things. I personally like it better upside down like this, lower, but the instructions do say to turn it up over this way. The arm here is articulated in the socket, so you can move that up and down as you like. This one also is articulated, so you can move that up and down as you like. So if you need armor up at the top, you can put a sheet up there, or if you want it on the side, a weapon mount, there you go. And it does plug into the same armhole as what the stock arm plugs into, so you just slide it on in there. It is a little bit looser, but that could be just because my Alto has been through a lot of pop and swaps for my videos. He has been abused. He's been around for a very long time, and that's probably why it's a little bit looser. As you know, the name of this set is also the Large Cannon and Arm Unit, so I'm going to go ahead and pull out the cannon and show you what that looks like. So when they say large cannon, they really mean it. It is a very big gun. It is very difficult for him to carry. I am worried that he's going to fall over at any moment now. I have his big arm supporting it, but I put the default arm on because I wanted to show you how that worked. Just kind of holds it like you would any other weapon. But this thing is pretty incredible. I knocked it out of his hand. Let him out of the way. It is pretty incredible in its size and weight for what it is. This is articulated here, so you can move that. You need to get some more room or get it out of the way for something. It does also separate here, that huge looking beam cannon in the front here, or that huge section at the front. And it does have 3mm pegs in here. They actually recommend using a stand to hold it up, but obviously I didn't do that. You can, however, use any stand given with some of the display pieces, and that will help you kind of hold it up at an angle that would be appropriate. Or you could just try to lean it on some of the body weight. The other thing you can do with this one is, because it has two C-clips here and one at the top, you can mount it on one of the arms. And that's actually like so. So these two white pieces here, you got to pull them out, because they're going to attach the big arm to this weapon here. Let's move that out of the way. See if I can do that easily. And my neighbors are yelling. I hope it's not at me. Okay, so I get his arm, pull his peg out. That goes in here, I believe, yes. And then these lock it in place, like so. And so that, where did it go? Here it is. There he is. All right, and so now he has an arm that is the big cannon, and you can use it as such. I'm going to put this back on. And you can use it as a cannon. They also show, and it is an odd one, that that front piece here actually pegs into one of the hands. I'm not exactly sure why, but you can use it as part of his arm. Gives it an interesting look, but take a look at how that works on him. Let's see, plug that out. So now he has an even larger hand. And you know that Hexagear Governor Rook that's came out already. I just don't have it yet. Reminds me of that. So you got the big long arm and the regular long arm. It's a pretty cool combination, I think. It gives it a different sort of look for sure. And then you also still have a C-clip connector here and one at the bottom, so you can add weapons to that as well. Or you can use the holding hand to hold any other weapon that you'd like. And that is the same size as the regular holding hand, so you can fit any 30-minute missions weapon in there. Just pull that apart and you can put it in. Last but not least, the thing that actually someone mentioned in my comments before is that this included a set of heads. And it does indeed include a set of heads that's very similar to the ones from the option set 6, the heads A set. And it shows 2 of them, which is pretty cool. And also 1 mask that fits on top of them, similar to the same option headset that you may have gotten before. Just put the visor off. I've never been able to do that without struggling. So you get a dark gray visor, which is pretty neat, and the regular green one, which is also very cool. But I wanted to see if those were indeed compatible with the option body A, option headset A. So you get this cool one, and that fits like a mask, just like any on the option parts, just into those slots there. And I did bring out my option heads A. So let's take some of these parts out of the box and see if they do actually fit in on that set. I hope so, because that was my big complaint, is that you only got the 1 head. So here's the gray head that comes with that set. Let's pull these off and see what we can do. Okay. It does indeed look the same. Yeah, all right. So you get 2 more heads for that option set if you wanted to use them. Let's put this gray guy on here. Yep, fits just like a charm. Pull that back off. I'm going to take this head and see. Hell yeah, as they say these days. Look at that. All right, so now we have 2 more heads for that option set, and that is a really cool deal. Let's see one more thing. Just want to see if the side pieces still work, and yes, they do indeed. So you can make another set of heads for that option set. That is something really cool. I'm gonna be honest, that is a really cool bonus to this set. So I mean, not only do you get the big arms, but you get these cool heads, and they are in white. So if the gray set here was a complaint, you definitely have more options to play with. If I have to mention one disappointing factor about this large cannon, it's that there is that 3mm port at the front. This is also connectable to those little tabbed versions of the weapons that you see in all the other option weapons. So you can pull this front section out. Let's see if I can do that easily real fast. Use this. Like this. And you can put anything in there. But the same is not to be said about the front section. There's no connector inside there. Let's see if I can get that angle right. There's no connector inside the mouth of this gun section. So while you can put some effect parts out here or add additional weaponry to the front of this, the same cannot be said about this piece. That said, it's a small complaint. That is a really cool cannon section here, so I'm not going to complain. All right, and here is my Alto Commander with the everything included attached to it except for, you know, one of the faces and one of the masks. Really cool looking gun here. It does not come with the stand, so you have to provide that yourself, but it is pretty cool looking there. I'm gonna see if I can swap these arms out on some other stuff, so give me 1 second here. All right, it looks like it does indeed work with my Gundam base Gundam here. That is a pretty cool, I always say Gundam base, my GBN Gundam here. It does look really cool attached. Gives it a special kind of interesting. I don't like how the white doesn't match though. Oh well, nothing a little paint can't hurt. All right, and it looks like Mr. Jinrai here can hold it. I think if you put it underslung, it'll probably be better, but you can tell right away if you don't have it supported, it will sag down pretty quickly. Let's see. And you can see it dropping there. But he can hold it pretty well, so that's cool. Not wanting to put too much time into posing it, Architect here can actually hold it really well. Her stiff arms and limbs actually are a boon to holding this huge weapon up. I did put a support on there. That's because I wanted to get an angle that matched the direction the weapon is in. But if I can get her hands to stay on it, she'll be able to hold it really well. All right, and while it's certainly not functional, if you hold it right, if you angle it just right, your Master Grade Gundam can hold this. I'm sure with other handsets, you could probably do a little bit better, but trying with this, he just wants to drop it. Which is a shame, because it does actually fit and scale pretty well with them. So I'll be honest, I really do like this set. It is a pretty cool one. I didn't think I would like it as much as I do, and I'm glad that I purchased a pair of them. You will probably see some of these in the future, in the very near future, for some custom ideas, some setups that might require an oversized weapon like this. So hopefully you guys stay here on my channel, see what else I have to offer for you, and I will see you guys next time, or you'll see me, but more than likely you'll see my stuff. Bye-bye.